information or opinions expressed on the Tuddle Daily Podcast are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of our sponsors. Yeah, it's called free speech, people. Nobody's forcing you to listen. Get ready for your daily dose of Tuddle.
The all-time greatest intern/producer we've ever had, of course, Tuddle. Tuddle in Florida.
From the Hobo Fish Camp, it's the Tuddle Daily Podcast.
No wonder nobody likes you, Tuddle. Everything's a goddamn debate.
I'll be up front with you guys. I'm really frazzled right now. I just am. And I'm not like, I just had to put out some fires I just got put in the most uncomfortable situation that I've ever been in quite some time. And I'll leave it at that. Like, I usually like to take the first, 20 minutes leading up to the show and everything. And I had to take some phone calls and stuff. All right. Hey, guys, welcome to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. I'm sorry. I was on the phone literally 1 minute before I came on the air. And I was like, gotta go. I had to go. Anyways, welcome to the Tuddle Daily Podcast. If you guys want to join the show, you can easily do that. 407-270-3044. Once again, 407-270-3044. Or you can email me, tuddle@gmail.com. On tonight's show, this is a story I've been wanting to get into. 2-year-old kills his father. See, that's the other thing. I'm always concerned if I've talked about a story or not. I don't think that I have. Did I talk about the 2-year-old that accidentally killed its father? If I did, please let me know. I'm sorry. I deal with problems sometimes. They tried to raffle off an AR-15 in one place. A woman that wrote a book about killing her husband, a woman that wrote a book, How to Get Away with Murder. Actually, I did talk about that. See, thank you, Iggy. I did talk about that. Let me delete that. Would you for $2,000 would you let a pest control place put 100 cockroaches into your house? I don't know. I think I would. I really think that I would. I almost can guarantee you that I would. Escaped convict and the Secret Service had to check some woman that got caught up in Joe Biden's caravan. I want to look. A lot of people have a hard time getting caught up in an uncomfortable situation. For the most part, I'm really good at it. And I was good at it just about 20, 25 minutes ago. And I handled it in the best way that I could. I smoothed everything over. And it just, I don't know. Like, for the most part, what up, Bubba Lost Everything? How are you? It takes a special type of person that can just like, you know what? I'm going to just, keep my head down. I'm going to be very respectful. I'm going to smooth this over because it's my job. It's my job and it's what I'm supposed to do. And I think if I'm able to pull this off at my new job and everything, I think it's going to be great. I really do. I got an interview coming up tonight, coming up at 7:30. Now, that's depending on if the person actually shows up. But I got a good feeling about this one. I really, really do. I got Brian Walters. He's got this show. Brian Buchan Walters is a Japan-born, New York-based performer and host of Batsu NYC. It's an immersive comedy experience based on traditional Japanese batsu-style punishment games. Vulture, can we please, after I do this interview, because I'm going to ask him myself, I'm going to ask him if I can be a part of this game show. Like, I need to be on this show. I have to be on this show. With all the stupid stunts and everything that I've done throughout my life, yeah, I need to be on this. Bubba Lost Everything says Rays versus Yanks tonight. Yeah, this is a very important series for the Tampa Bay Rays. They're already 10 games down on the New York Yankees. Same thing with the Braves. Both of the New York teams came out of the gate hot. The Braves have won 12 games in a row. So I think the Braves have a chance to catch back up. But I really think that this series is very important for the Tampa Bay Rays going against the New York Yankees. I would do this in a heartbeat. I know a lot of people think cockroaches,
a pest control company in North
dirtiness. And I've talked about this for quite some time, especially living here in the state of Florida. If you are a over-the-top, obsessive, compulsive disorder clean freak here in the state of Florida, you're gonna find a cockroach or a palmetto bug or some type of insect every once in a while. It's just gonna happen. But this pest control place is looking for people that will allow them to put release 100 cockroaches into their house. And you got to live in the house. You can't kill. Well, I don't know. They really don't go into detail in the story. But you're going to get paid $2,000. You're going to get paid $2,000 for them to release 100 cockroaches into your house. I know a lot of people say that they're not going to do it. I know $2,000 isn't a lot, but guess what? I could not sign up for that fast enough.
North Carolina will pay you up to $2,000 to release 100 cockroaches inside of your house. They want to do a study. The company's called the Pest Informer. They want to test a new treatment technique in getting rid of the roaches.
Man, you need to work on your mic. What's up with that audio?
Roaches will be inside your house for about 30 days, the company says. Households nationwide can qualify.
All right. I'm telling you right now, I am definitely looking this up. I mean, I already got a problem with the fruit flies here. And I clean consistently here at my mom's new house. Am I the only one that is having problems with fruit flies? Fruit flies. Like, I clean all the time. There's no food around. I don't even know how the little son of a bitches are getting in the house, but they seem to be multiplying with the fruit flies. And I use the vinegar. I've tried everything. I've even sat in my bathroom with a towel because I think the fruit flies are so light. When you go to smash them in your hand like this with both hands, the air coming off your hands blows them out. So you actually can't squash them like that. So what I figured out how to kill these fruit flies is I grab a towel and I smash them with a towel in my hands and stuff. But I kill them. I make sure there's no dirty dishes anywhere. I do everything. I can't get rid of these goddamn fruit flies. So if I'm living with these fruit flies and stuff, Bet your ass if you want to pay me $2,000 to let you release a bunch of cockroaches. Oh yeah, I'm signing up for that. Here, I'm going to start this from the beginning.
New at 4:30, a pest control company in North Carolina will pay you up to $2,000 to release 100 cockroaches.
Nothing. Now, do you get to mix those with like the big ass cockroaches? Mark, guess what I do? I pour hot water down the drain. I put dish soap down the drain. I've done everything. I can't get rid of them. No, I have fruit flies and sugar ants, but we have a cleaning service that cleans our house every 2 weeks. Plus, we clean in between. So it doesn't matter how clean your house is or not. Thank you, Keith. See, a lot of people think that bugs in a home means you're dirty. No, it doesn't. I mean, if you were a bug, would you want to live in a dirty house? Hell no, I wouldn't. And I know that roaches will gravitate towards your house more if you have stuff out. Yeah, of course. But roaches, they're going to always check your house out. They're going to check it out because they can smell food. They might not be able to find it. Keith, I swear to God, I almost would rather have the random cockroach every once in a while than these goddamn fruit flies. I hate them. But when I would like to hear from you for $2,000. Yeah, you can reply in the chat room or you can give me a call, 407-270-3044. Would you let a pest control place put 100 cockroaches in your house? You had to keep them I guess you had to live with them for 30 days. And they're going to give you $2,000. That's going to cover your rent. And I'm down for that.
Inside of your house, they want to do a study. The company's called the Pest Informer. They want to test a new treatment technique in getting rid of the roaches. The cockroaches will be inside your house for about 30 days, the company says. Households nationwide can qualify to participate in this study, Lauren. So I'm not sure if you are interested. You might want to think about it. But those are cockroaches. How many did I say again?
You know what you said. 100 is not one of those numbers. It's a nice round century mark number. So don't act like you forgot how many roaches that we're going to pay. 100. If somebody tells you 100, everybody loves $100 bills, right? 100 is just one of those like plateau numbers that everybody is going to. And this guy, he's playing it off like, oh, let me see here. How many cockroaches? You knew it was 100. Is you guys just trying to be a morning zoo type TV station? And then they bring people in the background that are laughing and they're talking. No, sorry.
Up to 100.
Up to 100. Whatever.
100.
Stay in your house, or can you go stay at your friend's house?
I'm going to look more into it. New at 4:30.
I mean, you might as well have played that sound effect. You know, I've been a part of some really cheesy bits on the radio and everything, but you're a news station. Now I know that I haven't played this story. I used to love the TV show House. Not House. Castle. I'm way off my game today. I used to love the TV show Castle. You guys remember the TV show Castle? They hired Castle. He's like this big time writer and everything. And they bring him on board because he's like friends with the mayor of New York City. And because he's a writer, he thinks of all the angles, all the ideas and everything that a killer could think of. Well, wouldn't a murder romance type novelist also be good at killing somebody and getting away with it? No, T-Bone, you're right. House was a great story. Hey, T-Bone, do you know, a lot of people don't realize this. House, the whole TV show, is based off of Sherlock Holmes. It did. House was based off of Sherlock Holmes. If you ever looked at what House's address was, same address as Sherlock Holmes. It was Bleecker Street. I can't think of the number part of the address, but it was Bleecker Street in House and in Sherlock Holmes. Well, I was just saying it, T-Bone. I wasn't trying to say, oh, you're stupid.
Romance novelist who once wrote an essay entitled How to Kill Your Husband was sentenced today for the murder of her husband.
All right. So if you write a book, How to Kill Somebody, wouldn't you automatically think, oh, I can't kill anybody. I can't kill anybody because guess what? I'm going to be the first suspect. You're going to get looked at.
Her case has attracted international attention. And tonight, after an 8-week trial, the family of the man that she killed receives some sense of closure. Fox 12's Anna Katayama joins us live with more on the sentence. And also, she brings us reaction from the courtroom. Anna?
Well, Wayne, this crime happened in June of 2018, 4 long years ago. But now those left living with the pain finally know the fate of the murderer.
This is Brophy, if you can rise for Senate.
Come on, buddy. Like, I get it. You're trying to be careful and everything. I'm not against vaccination and stuff. I've been double vaxxed. Hell, I've even been boosted. Hell, I've even had COVID-19. Why is a judge wearing a mask? Nobody is near you. I mean, it is your choice, but if you're going to sentence somebody, then take off your mask. Take off your mask just for that part alone. Because if you're going to sentence somebody to life or death or give them some just like thing, I really, I would, if I stood up and be like, Your Honor, can you please take off the mask? I want to be able to see your mouth when you're about to nail my balls to the table here.
Let's see.
A Multnomah County Circuit Court judge gave 71-year-old Nancy Crampton Brophy a life sentence for the murder of her husband, Dan Brophy. Dan's mom sent in a statement to be read in court.
You were part of our family for over 25 years. Was that relationship all deception? My heart breaks if this is true.
Dan Brophy's family spoke in court about their struggle to deal with the murder's aftermath.
The years of deceit have spanned decades. From learning that your solution to my father being married to my mother was, I can fix that, to years of payroll and tax fraud that you waged on your employees.
Now, see, look, I've had a lot of friends. I've got a lot of friends that have lost relatives. I've had a few friends. Maybe I should retract that statement. I've had a few friends that have lost loved ones because of murder, homicide, whatever it may be. I have. I can't even imagine what they're going through. But like, I don't know. Like, what could I say? Obviously, the person that killed your loved one. So what do you mean, Bob D? How am I dropping the ball? Keith Vina writes, so I have 8 rooms in my house divided by 100. That would be like 12 and a half roaches per room. I could do that for $2,000 in a month. Thank you, Keith. That's some great feedback. I'm still trying to figure out what Bob D is saying. Dropping the ball, Tuds.
You've always thought you were one step ahead.
Prosecutors say that Crampton Brophy shot her husband to death at the Oregon Culinary Institute in 2018 because of money problems and an insurance policy.
All right, so let's talk about this. I know that a lot of people are going to think that but I've thought about this. You're a goddamn liar if you say that you have never thought about this. Bob D, this is a recent story. It was on the front page of a very big national news website. So if you're trying to call me out and say that this is an old story, it's not. If you were listening, I even said at the beginning, why are you still wearing masks and stuff? So I'm going to move on. Probably shouldn't even have paid that any attention, but I get it, Bob D. But what I'm trying to say, though, is that the only way that you can get away with a murder, the only perfect murder is like, offing somebody that you've never met before. It has to be a perfect stranger. Not like the TV show. I'm not talking about Belky or anything. But if you have any connection to the person that was murdered or killed, you're always a possible suspect. It is plain and simple. You are a possible suspect. So what I'm trying to say is that how could you ever? I've never understood a person that kills a family member. If you did it, you're not going to get away with it. With the DNA, you have to be so calculated. You have to think of every single situation to be able to get away with it. Yes, you have to be perfect. You do. There's so many things. Toll booth, taking out your phone or not bringing your phone with you, not having a GPS on the car or location tracker on the car. There's so many things you got to think about. And not to mention, there are cameras everywhere. So I've never understood. There's a big trial here in Orlando. A woman, just like this story, a woman killed her husband. And I'm going to pull the audio on that story. The thing about the one that's going on in here in Orlando, the woman that killed her husband used to be her stepfather. By the way, this woman is older, so I guess her mother had already remarried to an older gentleman. And she was already older. Her mother died. See, they also need to look into what happened to the mother. What happened to the mother on that situation? But after her mother died, she ended up killing her former stepfather. Only in Florida, people. Only in Florida. But a lot of people think everybody think it's always the man that does it. There's a lot of women that kill their boyfriends, kill their fiancés, kill their husbands. Women can be very cunning, conniving. They will wait until you have your guard down. And I'm not woman hating or anything here, but it works both ways. It does. It does. Men kill women. Women kill men all the time. It's just that men do it in one way for the most part, and women do it another way.
Dan Brophy was a chef and instructor there.
His eyes were green and they were utterly heartbroken. Utterly heartbroken because he knew because he's seen who did this. And I will forever have to live with those green, heartbroken eyes.
Clorinda Perez is a former student of Dan Brophy.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be heartless or anything, but guess what? He doesn't have to live with it because you want to know why he's dead. He's dead. He's not heartbroken. He doesn't feel betrayed. He may have in those last final moments where he was like, holy crap, I'm dying right now. Yeah, he might have like felt betrayed then, but guess what? He doesn't feel betrayed right now because guess what? He's dead. He's dead. He doesn't know he's dead because he's dead. Just like you don't remember before you were born. I don't think death is like finite. Like it's the final thing. No, energy never dies. But I also don't believe in religion. But he's dead. He's not disappointed. He's not like pissed. He's not sad. He is just dead.
She was among those who found his body that June morning. In court, she describes what happened and how the pain lingers.
Chef Sadie, who knelt next to me on the floor and begged the Lord with tears streaming down her eyes, begging for Chef Brophy's life. All of us were affected that day.
Witnesses in court described Dan Brophy as a mentor and teacher who had an impact on many lives. The deepest impact, and of course the deepest loss, felt by Dan's family.
You are a monster, and I am ashamed that I have to admit to my children that people like you walk amongst us.
No, I just whatever. Hey, you want me to be honest? I know that was his family member. This guy's grandstanding.
Undetected.
And Nancy Crampton Brophy received a life sentence for murder in the second degree, but she can be considered for parole in 25 years. By that time, she would be 96 years old.
All right. That's the thing. I want to ask you guys. If you got a life sentence and the only possible way that you're going to get out is the earliest you're going to get out, you're going to be 97. You're going to be 97. What would you guys do? I would, Your Honor, I don't know if anybody's ever done this before. Has anybody ever gotten a life sentence and then just said, Your Honor, can you do me a favor? I want to save you guys all types of hassle. I want to save you guys from all types of problems. I don't want to spend my life in jail. Can you guys just give me the death penalty? And I don't want any appeals. I just want you guys to take me out and turn my lights out. But the sad thing is that I'm sure like our local government, the corrections office, they would not give somebody that. I also think that if somebody is given life in prison and they're just like, I'm not going to sit around here because I've done so. Oh, here we go. I got Brian on. Hey, what up, Brian?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I know this is a weird question. I'm not saying that you are a guy that would commit a crime, but if you were found guilty of a crime and they give you life in prison, would you just say, you know what? I don't want to spend life in prison. Just give me the death penalty. Like, do you think somebody should have that choice? Like, if they're given the death penalty, like, shouldn't we give them the choice? Like, all right, we're gonna give you the death penalty. You can sit in a cell because I've had issues in my past, and I've never like committed a big crime, but I was institutionalized one time, Brian.
Okay.
And it sucks. It sucks not being able to go outside. It sucks being in a room. Okay.
I'm sure.
So if they tell you, oh, we're giving you life, you're gonna sit in a cell for the rest of your life, or if you want to, we can just kill you in any way you want. What would you do?
The choices are great, aren't they? So like I appreciate the choice. If they like, would I get like a right now decision, or would I get like a little bit of time to think about it?
No, we'll give you some time to think about it, but like, it sucks. It sucks not having your freedom.
Yeah.
And you have to spend the rest of your life in jail or prison. And then if you did something really, really bad, wait, who is this jumping on? Is this a partner of?
Might be my partner. Might be yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Ah. Hey, we're in the middle of a heavy question. So
Really
maybe
heavy question.
Well, because I was talking about, okay, so here, let me set it up where you don't think like I'm crazy just springing that question on you. I was talking about a story before you came on about this author that wrote a book about getting away with murder, okay? And she actually got found guilty of murdering her husband.
Yes.
So she has got life in prison. But how do you is it all right, hold on. I always butcher people's names, okay? Is it Naroki? Naru? How okay. I'm sorry, I'm embarrassing myself.
It's phonetic. It's phonetic. No.
No. Rico. I'm sorry.
Rico.
I'm a dumbass Caucasian American, so I do apologize. But what would you do, Noriko? Like, would you like if you got life in prison and you were in solitary confinement and you only like they gave you a yard time for an hour?
Yep. What would I do?
And they if they give you a choice, life in prison, or we'll take care of you. You can choose death or whatever. What would you do?
I'm gonna choose life in prison, and I'm gonna try to escape as many as many chances I get, because I got nothing to lose.
Yeah, but it's boring. I've been in because I was institutionalized a little bit, and it sucks. You're in a room. It's horrible. What about you, Brian? You never answered.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm interested in talking to Noriko. So she seems like she's the big draw. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah, well, between Noriko and I, Noriko is definitely the wild card. Yeah, my answer would probably be, it really depends on the crime I committed, because like if I do get a life sentence, but if it's like multiple life sentences, then I don't think I have any way to win back time. Like I would want a life sentence so that
I've never understood how you can get more than one life sentence.
I don't get that either.
Hey, did you guys see the story about the guy here? By the way, before I get into say what I'm Fish on Jay says, "Oh wow, she's pretty."
Brian?
So yeah, no, well, both of you, but come on, you know who he was talking about. But there was this guy that recently he had a life sentence, and he had a heart attack. He was pronounced dead for a minute, and then they were able to revive him. And now lawyers are arguing that he served out his life sentence there. What do you think?
Whoa. That's something Noriko would do.
I was thinking that. Well, when I heard it, like maybe you can find a way to survive through like death penalty, and then you're good.
Yeah.
Like the Romeo and Juliet, that poison that only makes you dead for 24 hours or whatever, and then you come back.
Yeah. All right. So guys, before we review and everything, I want to be able to promote. All right. So I could do the promotion, but when I bring guests on, and I have guests on, I let them promote and talk about the projects that they're working on. So what I'm trying to say is the floor is yours.
Wonderful. Thank you. Well, on behalf of Noriko and myself, we are the host and co-hosts and co-partners of a show in New York City and in Chicago called Batsu. It is a live Batsu game show. If you're not familiar with the term Batsu, it is a Japanese comedy form with punishments. So, they might do a physical challenge or something, and they might get hit along the way, or they might fail a challenge and something crazy happens.
Kind of like Wipeout or some of these like other shows where it's like, like they have a task or something.
Exactly.
It could be like something painful or embarrassing, or they get something thrown on them.
Yep, you got it 100%. So that's our show. It's called Batsu. Batsu means punishment or penalty in Japanese. We have 4 improv warriors, comedy warriors who come out. They do different improv challenges, and if they fail the challenge or if they don't make the audience laugh, Noriko-san or a bunch of other characters might come out and punish these warriors.
Do you ever look for special guests to come on? Because like 20 years of working in radio, I was the stunt guy. Like I had to do all the dumb stuff. I was buried alive in concrete for 2 days. Like I got buried alive in concrete for 2 days. Like I've done a lot of this dumb stuff. I've done the painful things. Like
you would be perfect for Batsu.
Yes, please. Like I will leave Florida right now and head to New York. If you guys can just like pick me up, I'll be like a little homeless vagrant. I'll be gone for the day. If you just give me a corner of your like New York flat, I'll sleep in front of the door. So I will fend off any burglars or anything that are want to come in.
Cool.
Noriko-san, I don't know if we've ever met anyone as eager.
No, usually, yeah. That's okay. Let's do it. We
Let's
have
do it.
shows on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Come on.
The radio show, half of the radio show I started with Ron Bennington is up on Sirius Satellite Radio. I go up every once in a while to visit. What part of New York are you guys in?
We're on 4th Street and 1st Avenue in the East Village.
Okay, so you're more around the hipsterish type area,
Sure.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm a Florida redneck or whatever, a Southerner that's just dumb and he's not cultured. So what I'm trying to say is that, and I'm just throwing it out there. So give me an example of some of the punishments and stuff.
Noriko-san, do you wanna take this?
Is she the Punisher? Like, is she the Punisher?
Yeah, mostly, yeah.
Wow.
I guess what people say is the worst is they have to wrap like a really big giant rubber band around your tummy, and then I go back as far as I can and snap it.
Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to say, but I've had a 5-inch dart shot into my leg and ass sometimes. So I mean,
sometimes.
Maybe I'm just on a different level. I've been set on fire. I've done a lot of stuff. So I mean, what I'm trying to say is like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm going. This might need to be a whole special because I also do comedic type stuff. So like, how about this?
Okay.
I'm pitching an idea because this is your show. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to pitch this idea. Give me 10 minutes. Okay. And at any moment, you hit a buzzer, it pauses the time, okay?
Okay.
You get to punish me, and then once the punishment is over,
Yeah.
I go back into my routine. So no matter how many times you guys want to stop the routine or whatever, if you're not, but are you guys fair? Like, I mean, if it's funny and stuff, or do you guys sometimes just be like, oh, we got to punish this guy?
No, okay. So we've been doing the show for 11 years. We are on show number 1576 right now.
So you guys are big time.
We've done a bit. Yeah, we've done this for a while. So we've dealt with every type of drunk audience you could think of, and usually I'm 90% of the time fair. 90% of the time fair, right, Noriko? What would you say?
Yes.
So maybe
We are
like
very
80.
yeah. We try to be
Yeah.
You
or
try
else
to be.
yeah, or else warriors would turn on us. They would be like, hey, why would we ever want to do something for you if you're just gonna like punish us willy-nilly?
Hey.
No, they deserve it.
So Brian or Noriko, have you ever met a guy that like was a complete like chauvinistic asshole that maybe like didn't respect you as the beautiful woman that you are, and you just were like, and he was killing it, he was funny as hell, and then you buzzed him and you were like, screw you, you take a punishment? And Brian, same question for you. Like, have you ever like seen somebody you're like, you know what, this person deserves it?
Yeah, of course. So in the show, I am the judge and the host, and Noriko is the executioner / punisher.
What do you wear, Noriko? Like, you say punisher, I'm thinking some like dominatrix, like that's wearing like this executioner mask or something.
No, I'm like a regular person. It's like I could be your next door neighbor. I'm like a next door, everyday person.
Anybody could be Noriko.
Yes, that's why it's scary.
No, Noriko wears like honestly like 10 different outfits during a 1 hour 30-minute
So she's
session.
a diva. She's a diva of the group. Like she
is the share.
Okay.
She's the share of Batsu.
All right. There you go. How did you guys meet?
How did we meet? Oh, through the show. Yeah.
Yeah, through the show.
Well, of course you met through the show. I mean, like, all right. So explain to me, how did the show? What I meant by that, like, did somebody create this show and they like hired you guys or whatever? That is what I'm trying to say.
Yes, that is what happened. So our show is technically a Japanese themed game show, and our the creators of the show, the originators of the show, are three guys. They are Joe Tex, Eric Robinson, and Jay Painter, and they were in St. Mark's Place doing a fundraiser show when so
Those
St.
are
Mark's
very
Place.
white names. That doesn't sound like anybody that would come from.
They are.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm pointing it out. That's what I'm saying. They're very Caucasian.
This was 11 years ago. So yes, this was extra Caucasian. But yeah, these three guys were doing a fundraiser show in St. Mark's Place, which is like the equivalent of Japantown in New York City. And there was a restaurant owner named Joe Yip who said, hey, you guys are hilarious. I have a stage down here. I want you guys to create a show for our space. And so they sat on it for about a month and they did a lot of research and they came up with this concept called Batsu, based off of Gaki no Tsukai, or have you ever heard of No Laugh challenge? These guys can't laugh for 24 hours and they get hit and stuff. So yeah, based off of that, they came up with this concept. They hired Noriko-san on show number 1. They hired me for like show number 40 something, and then the rest is history. I joined about a year after.
So, a lot of people that maybe have never been to New York, like it's a big place.
Yeah.
I always like find it laughable when I watch TV shows and that are based in New York and where people randomly like run into each other. I was like, that doesn't happen in real life. Like, I mean, it probably does, or does it?
It does.
Really?
Yeah.
As the city is that you actually randomly run into people that
I mean, if we go a little bit deeper, like a year before I joined the show, Noriko and I had done a music video together, and then I saw her at the show like randomly. I didn't know she was going to be in the show, and then look at us now, like 10 years later, we're we're partners in the show. So
Noriko, I'm just letting you know he was stalking you. He planned it to run into you, Noriko. I'm just saying. I'm joking. But have you guys ever had a famous person walk into your spot and see the show that you guys do?
Sure, yeah, we've had a couple. Like probably the most notable name, very randomly, is Meredith Vieira.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Noriko? Like, who's in your opinion the most famous? No,
Famous person?
We
had I don't know. I didn't know him, but we had a comedian from Denmark. He was like a famous in Denmark, and he came to do the show with us. So you could be the guest. We accept guests.
You could be our most famous person.
No.
Yeah.
I'll be the one that your most notorious one
that
comes in. So because if I'm gonna come on, I want you guys to like rubber bands and pull it back as hard as you can and stuff. Like I want to step up the game. Like NYPD might have to come in and shut it down. Like this will be like if I do it, I want some things that are on the table that are not, come on, I'm a Southern gentleman that I got my Southern pride on the line. I need to come up there. So,
could you, let me ask, could you get 10 mouse traps on all 10 of your fingers, like one per?
Yeah. I had my testicles tased with a police taser one time. Noriko, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like offend
Where
you.
do you do those things? Just for fun?
Well, just to make a name for myself. You guys are in show business and stuff.
We do
Okay,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
you did that on this show?
Well, I mean, working my way through radio and everything. Yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
I got, so it's, while we're on the taser thing, you know how they shoot out the flying fish hook things where they can shoot. I got shot by those before too. They really suck.
But not your testicles.
Not on my testicles. No.
Okay.
I got shot in the back. The thing about those though, it's on a 10-second cycle. So you got to like ride it out for 10 seconds, no matter what. Like when it shoots you, like you're not even worrying about the trigger and stuff. You got to ride it out for 10 seconds.
Good to know. Good to know. Yeah, we use a taser every show too, but it's not the one that shoots out.
It's one of the ones. Yeah, it's one of the ones that the ladies carry around. And I'm sorry, it's not much protection. It's just going to make your attacker even more mad if I'm just being straight up honestly. Like, it's not that bad. It really isn't.
Gotcha.
Okay,
You guys probably want to get off this interview now. You're like, everything. But no, seriously, if I come up to New York, I'm definitely going to stay in touch with you because I think it'd be cool. I would love to do it. I like doing stuff in front of crowds and everything.
Yeah. Just to pitch the show a little bit more to your viewers, we also have these Hachimaki headbands. So
what is that?
It's like a headband, like Karate
like
Kid.
Mr. Miyagi gave to Daniel-san. Yeah.
It's called a Hachimaki headband. And
Noriko, did that offend you? Like, okay, once again, I'm Caucasian. Everything that I know, I'm referencing the Karate Kid and stuff. And I'm just like, with cancel culture and everything, I want to make sure. Not because I don't want to get canceled, is that you seem like a nice person, and I don't want to offend you at all.
That's I'm not offended, but I never seen the movie, but it's good to know it's in there.
You've never seen the Karate
She just
Kid.
Offended you.
No, I've seen the one with the Jackie Chan in it. The newer one.
You just offended me even more than mad over the karate. Sorry.
Yeah. But
so tell me about the headbands.
Yes, the Hachimaki headbands. So you can purchase Hachimaki headbands, and if you're wearing them at the show, we have a sake ninja who will come around and secretly pour you some shots of sake. And you can come back to the show anytime with your batsu hachimaki, and our sake ninja will pour you some shots of sake. Yeah.
Now, see, I love this. I love this gimmick that you got. I'm not, you know what? I shouldn't even say gimmick. This whole routine, this whole entertainment, live entertainment that you guys have created. I think it would be a blast. Like, does it really turn into a party? Like, what's the type of people you guys get coming into your shows?
Yeah, so we are open Wednesday through Saturday. We do a 7 p.m. show every night, and then on Friday and Saturday we do a 10 p.m. show. So we do double shows. We get all types of people. Honestly, we really do. We get, of course, tourists. People visiting New York City. We surprisingly get a lot of corporate groups. So we've had huge names like Google, Yahoo, Twitter. All of them have come check out Batsu. And then we do have, like Long Island, New Jersey, folks coming in from across the bridge and, through the tunnel and stuff like that. And then we, of course, have our locals who love local comedy and such. So it's a wide variety.
Oh, did Noriko was she like, I'm out of here. This guy's a creep. I'm not going to talk to him.
No. I'm here.
Okay.
Sorry.
Out of all the people, what is the one out of all the boroughs that you're like, oh man, we got a lot of these people from this borough showing up tonight. It's going to be a rough one.
I don't want to,
come on, man. You guys are all about like punishing people. And so if you guys are going to want to punish people, you should be able to like answer the tough questions that I'm asking. Because you brought up like, well, I know Long Island isn't a borough, but you got like Staten Island, and then you got all the other boroughs.
Yeah,
that's where I get confused. That's the only reason I came up with that question. But like, is it the Staten Island people where you're like, oh man, it's going to be a rough night? We got all these Staten Islanders in the house tonight.
It's honestly the two places that I mentioned before. The folks coming from a little bit further away, the not so locals. But we're appreciative of every customer who comes.
I am too, but listen, I'm sure like just like my audience, like I can bust their balls. It's all about jokes, right? It's all about having fun, right? I mean, people make fun of me all the time. So you would think that the people that would come to your show, Noriko and Brian, that people would have a sense of humor. Like you could mess with them and they would be like, oh, that's cool, because we've all had those friends. I know that guys do this. Like you got those guy friends you grew up with that like to bust balls, but do women do that, Noriko? Like, do women like make fun of each other? Like, I know you're not busting balls because that just is not anatomically possible.
Literally, Noriko's first line in the show is, I'm going to bust some balls. So that's hilarious that you say that.
Wow.
Yeah. You can take my job when you come up.
No, Noriko, nobody can replace you. Nobody can replace you.
Okay, you can do it with me. Fine, I'll let you be my partner in crime.
Oh, partner in crime.
Brian could be mad at you saying partner, like, in crime and stuff. This is something I just thought. You guys have been doing this for quite some time. How did the pandemic affect you guys?
Great question. So we were shut down for 2 years. We reopened on our 2-year anniversary of being shut down. So that was a little poetic there. A lot of help from the government. And then just like really trying to stay afloat. What we did as a company was we had the Batsu card game prior to the pandemic already, but we decided to release it on a grander scale. So we decided to do a Kickstarter campaign during the pandemic, and we actually hit 600% of our monthly. So we were really proud of that, really happy with that. And so with that, we bought more card games, of course. And so we've been going to different conventions and such now and sharing our Batsu card game. It's basically the famous card game Cards Against Humanity, where there's one judge But instead of picking the funniest person, all the prompts and the funniest person, they have to pick the person who told the worst joke, and that person deserves a batsu. And then you pick a batsu card.
See, people would not like me playing this batsu game and stuff because I would be like, oh man, I would just try to like fail and lose just to entertain everybody and everything. What do you guys do? Any like theme type Asian type food there? Like,
Yeah, great question. Yeah. So since we've reopened, we've partnered with our Batsu Chicago partners, our restaurant partners. We've partnered with this restaurant called Kamehachi. They are the original sushi restaurant of Chicago. They are 3 generations, all female owned, have been around for 50 years now.
You are brilliant, Brian. Like, like you bring as much female talent to the floor as you can. Brian, like you're brilliant here on this.
What about me though?
Yeah,
there we go. So, I mean, what are you like the house mistress, like as well too? So you're a female, and you're like, all right, I get it. You know what? I got to give you even more credit, Naruku or Norika. I'm sorry, I've been up for quite some time today. My Adderall is running out right now. Well, it's wearing off as well too. So, I'm getting a little bit of mumble mouth. Noriko. I do apologize.
Cool.
But like, so have you ever gotten your like hot women friends and stuff? Hell, no matter if they're Caucasian. Oh, you do? Okay. So there you go.
Yeah. Whole bunch of hot female friends.
Whatever. She's pandering. She's patronizing me right now, Brian. She's like,
you're just jealous. You're just jealous. It's okay. I
am jealous. I am jealous. You know what I see, because with TikTok and I try to find like stuff to fall asleep to. I'm big loser into ASMR stuff. It helps me fall asleep. I have a hard time shutting my brain off. But I came across what is the Asian style food, and it's like many things where they cook on like a little grill type thing. I forget what the name, and it's very small portions.
Teppanyaki?
Yes, I think that's what it is. It's almost like on skewers or whatever or something.
Oh, yakitori?
Yes, that is exactly it.
Yakitori.
I don't know why I'm fascinated with that. I will sit there and watch those videos for a while, and I know it sounds lame as hell.
Interesting. Do you have certain cuts of meat or veggies that you like prefer listening to sizzle or watch?
I was like, they were like cooking chicken hearts and chicken livers the other day, and I was like, you know what? I'm not into organ meats, but I was like, you know what? That looks good as hell. I would probably try a chicken liver or a chicken heart. But you also, back to being a Southerner, we eat chicken gizzards here all the time, but we fry them.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't do yakitori, but we are famous for our sushi. And we are also famous for a couple other dishes, but all Japanese, and definitely our sake as well.
Yeah, Fish on J wants to ask, is Noriko Japanese? Somebody, a listener, wanted to ask that. Okay. But I'm sorry. Look, if they ask questions, I don't care.
Yeah.
But I gotta like pander to the audience a little bit every once in a while. So I do apologize. So,
that's cool.
So, do you guys have a website that people can check out, like if they want to find out what your schedule and stuff is?
Yeah. So, the schedule is every Wednesday through Saturday, but you can follow us on Batsu NYC. On social media, or you could go to www.batsulive.com. Batsu is spelled.
You guys got TikTok?
Yes, our TikTok is Epic Mother Clucker. He is our mascot.
All right,
Mr. Chicken.
Mr. Chicken. Now, male chicken or female chicken?
We do have Miss Chicken too, but the Epic Mother Clucker is typically
it's a cock. Then is what you're trying to say. Okay, there we go. I know that was a bad, horrible joke there, but
I call him the Big Cock Mr. Chicken, and the Epic Mother Clucker Mrs. Chicken. Yeah.
you guys are probably going to get off of this and you're going to call each other and you're going to be like, we are never doing his show again. We're never doing his
How'd
show.
you know?
How do you know we were texting right now?
No,
Yeah, I know. Well, see, I mean, you did drop your phone that one time, Noriko. That was probably when you were trying to text and stuff when the phone fell off of there and everything. But yeah. One other. So you guys live in, how big are your apartments and stuff? Like, do you guys have the stereotypical you're getting overpriced on rent and have a small apartment where your shower is actually in the same room as your kitchen? No.
Are you asking to see?
No, I'm not asking to see. I was asking, like, when everybody said, getting an apartment. I almost took a radio job up in New York, but the amount that they were paying me, yes, it would have been a lot more than I was making down here in Florida, but I would have been in the same situation for the amount that rent costs and the square footage that you can get.
Yeah.
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 You have to get creative with your use of space, is what I'm trying to say.
Oh yeah, especially both Noriko and I are actors, and with the pandemic, there are a lot of self-tape auditions now, so we have to even have like clear wall space for us to have like a clear background for us to shoot.
Where you could put your green screen up if you needed to, or something like that. Yeah, I could. Man,
it's a pain in a 1-bedroom type of thing.
Are you in the studio? You're like in a real studio? Like,
who, me? No, no,
microphone?
No. Well, I do
Is
have
that your house?
Well, I mean, yeah, we have big houses down here in Florida because we just got all types of land and everything. No, I get creative as well too. Here, hold on, watch this. I'll pull it back and then you can see.
Oh,
it's a wall. Oh, it's a window shade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have to get very creative,
wow.
but I have a full working board, that I have in front of me, and this is a professional microphone that I have. So, like I said, I've done radio for quite some, so I got to get creative as well too. Well, I mean, I've been doing my podcast the past year and a half. I was doing it off of my iPhone 8 out of my crappy ass PT Cruiser. So I did it for quite some time. So, I mean, if you got a passion, you have to become smart about it. I'm sure that when you guys first started things, you had to get creative to make ends meet, where you weren't paying out as much money.
We're still having to be creative all the time, Like we moved into our own venue. Actually, we were partnering with a restaurant, and 3 years ago we bought our own venue. So it's been a lot of figuring stuff out. Yeah.
Have you guys ever, like, how they used to do like those, like, what were those where they would do dance routines out in the middle of nowhere? What did they call that back in the day, where it was like a flash mob? Have you guys ever thought about like doing a flash mob type batsu thing where you guys like set up in a park or whatever, and just out of nowhere, like you have a mobile PA system, you have everybody set up, and you just do it there. And NYPD might come up and break it up or whatever, but I think it would be number one, you might make some tips. Number two, it would be great promotion for whatever you're doing. So it could be like a flash mob batsu type show where you guys kind of like do it. I'm telling you right now, if I was a tourist walking around NYC and I saw you guys do a just impromptu like batsu thing, I'd be like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna go watch that show.
That's a great idea.
I like that. I like that. We definitely talked about that kind of thing during like the heavy pandemic, the 2-year period. We talked about like, hey, we can still perform outside and we can do a flash mob type of thing. But no, we just reopened like we did before, and we've been selling out our 5-6 shows a week, and we're just gonna keep plugging away, keep doing our thing.
I see. I'm one of those guys that just thinks of like off the wall type ideas, because you got to think of outside the box ideas.
Yeah,
right? I mean,
for sure.
to garner a little bit of attention. I think it would be awesome.
We've done Batsu VR. If you're thinking outside the box.
Wait, virtual reality?
Yeah, we did that a couple times. We had a virtual reality camera come into our space, and then we got suggestions from the virtual reality crowd and did a live improv show.
What about taking your Batsu show into the metaverse on Facebook? You know, like you do, because like you can take odd jobs in the metaverse and everything. You could work at a bar or a restaurant or something. It's supposed to be real and everything. But I mean, once this thing gets up and running with the metaverse on Facebook, the virtual reality thing that they have, you guys could be making money off of doing a Batsu show in the metaverse.
That's true.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And you guys are definitely calling each other as soon as you get off the fuck this guy.
No, not at all.
I know. Hey guys, I really enjoyed this interview.
This was a lot of fun. Thank you for having us.
Like I said, I still think, but because I have low self-esteem, and I just automatically think as soon as I get done with this, you guys are going to be like, oh, I got to call Brian. I'm going to call Marika. Yeah, like you guys are definitely talking shit about me after this.
How often do you tell your guests that? Like
all the time. All the time. I don't have a lot of I don't do a lot of threesomes when it comes to the show here, but you know, like usually one-on-one, you know, I'm sure he's gonna call like his friend, or you know, his wife might be in the other room with the kids and I'm like, honey, I just can't believe I wasted the last 30 minutes of my life talking to this asshole down in Florida. And now you guys are friends and everything, so I'm sure like you guys are gonna be like, oh man. I bet he
no, not at all. But definitely, Noriko and I love to gossip. So yeah, we will definitely be talking about you, but not talking about shit or anything. No.
I mean,
maybe a little bit, but
I don't care. Yeah, at least a woman will be talking about me in some fashion. I don't care if it's good or bad. So I mean, I'm completely down. Guys, before I let you go, tell my audience how they can check everything out. And you know, this is going to sound real. I'm going to follow you guys on social media. I don't expect for you to follow me back. You're probably going to block me when I follow you. So, I mean, that's fine.
No. Well, you can follow the show Batsu at Batsu NYC on social media. If you're in the Chicago area, we're actually going to be reopening our Chicago show pretty soon. So if you want to follow Batsu Chicago as well, that'd be pretty cool. But if you want to follow me personally, you can follow me at Mr. Brian Walters. That's Mr. Brian, BRI, Brian Walters, Mr. Brian Walters. And then Noriko, how would they follow you?
Is that Instagram you just said?
Yeah, in general. That's just me in general.
My Instagram, I think...
Rico, just to let you know, this is the part all the guys that are watching this show are just waiting for you to give out your you know, your Instagram, your Twitter, your Facebook.
It's a public information.
I know, but guys are lazy sometimes.
Oh, I see. Well, I think my Instagram is Noriko Smiles with this. Like, you know, Noriko Smiles. Yeah, that's it.
Nice.
Oh man. All right. So wait, hold on. Like I said, OCD, ADHD, I'm all over the place. All right. So you guys are in Chicago and New York. New York pizza or deep dish pizza in Chicago? I hate deep dish because it's just nothing but bread with sauce on top of it.
I like it.
It's like a soup. It's basically like a breaded soup. No, it's New York pizza all the way.
Dirty dog in New York or Chicago style hot dog in Chicago, you know.
Yeah, Chicago, because it's got a lot more stuff.
I gotta go with her. Chicago hot dog.
Yeah, honestly, I'm down for a Chicago hot dog. Yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, I enjoyed this interview. I would like to have you on. Seriously, would you guys be honest? Like, if you guys do like call each other after this interview. I don't care. I want you to be honest with me. Like,
do you want us to call each other after this?
Yes, and I want you guys to talk about it, and then maybe I can have you on again, and you guys can tell me your
Yeah.
reactions and stuff. Like, I'm being
I'll
dead
be
serious, but
honest.
I don't think you guys will be honest and true. Like, I really don't.
We will.
No, like
And then-
Noriko and I are brutally honest at times. So
Yeah.
All right, here,
And we
hold
can.
on. Here, then let's do this right now, okay? Here's what we're gonna do, okay? We're gonna do a little role playing here.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn my microphone off, and you don't even have to act like you don't have to do the telephone up against your ear or anything. But all right, so I'm just gonna be like, hey, Brian, Noriko, I really appreciate you being on today's show. I hope to talk to you again, and then you guys just call each other.
Thank you.
Okay.
you. ねえ、
Thank you. Bye.
のりこさん。
Wow.
ねえ、
はい。
彼の名前も何なのかも全然わかんないよね。
忘れたよ。もう何か分かんなかった。
いや、だってもう一番最初から何も言ってないから。
あ、そうなのか。
だからもう、
早く。
もうブライアンとノリコって、もうナブコとかノクコ、ノビボとかなんかもうね。
ノリキって言ってたよ。
ノ
全然分かってなかったよ、
リキって言ってたね。
彼は。No,
Yeah.
no hero or something.
All right, that's not fair, guys. But can I tell you? I would really like to see one of your shows, because for you guys to have that type of work relationship with each other, where you know where each other would be going with that whole bit, I think that's funny as shit, for real. Like, I asked you guys to talk stuff about me, and then it's like I can't understand what the hell they were saying. I find that funny as hell, and I got to give you credit on that one.
Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
it's
you.
great. I was gonna.
All right.
Yeah.
No. I want to hear what were you gonna say?
Why were you buried in the concrete for 2 days? What the fuck were you doing that for? It's so weird.
I raised money for a fundraiser. It's called the Mustard Seed. People that are trying to get off or get on their feet, and they buy a new home and they can't afford to furnish those homes and stuff. I think I raised $15,000 for the mustard.
Wow.
Okay.
And when I was buried in there, I took a bunch of Imodium, so I didn't have to go number 2. And the only thing I ate was Rice Krispie treats, and I had 2 big Gatorade bottles to urinate in.
Oh, so you had kind of like a big space?
No. It was a coffin. Like, here, I'll do profile. That's how far the roof was. So I could roll over and put the Gatorade bottle. Yeah, I'm not trying to say I'm like well endowed.
I thought you were like Han Solo, but just your penis and your mouth was out or something.
No. No, what they did was they put me in like a box, and then they covered it up with concrete.
Gotcha. Did
And
you
there
have
was
cameras in there?
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you have access to hear other people or like communicate?
Yeah. They could talk down the PVC pipe. They could look down through the pipe and see that I was in there, and I had air condition. And then during the middle of the night, the electricity tripped the breaker and the power went off. So I was in there in Florida with 100% humidity during the summertime, no air conditioning coming in, and 100% dark. And I was banging on the roof of it for about 10 minutes before anybody came and checked on me, because it was like 2 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it was pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
That's why you went crazy. That's how you are right now.
That's how you are. How you are.
Yeah, that's.
There's other traumatizing things that I've done through.
Okay.
And we'll save that for another day. I was, I was in a circle jerk challenge one time. And it was me and 3 other guys, 100%, completely nude with our ankles handcuffed to each other. And the guy that could get to completion first won $1,000. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to go any further.
Did you win?
No, I did not. But I got $100 because the guy next to me won. And
thanks to you.
No. Some of his stuff got on my right knee, and they felt bad, and they gave me a $100 bonus. So here, I won't say it, but I'll put the comment up so you guys can see what they're saying. There you go. I'll leave it at that.
Okay, so reverse. If you had won, and you came on,
Oh yeah, I would have gave him some money. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Was 100 adequate?
I mean, it's better than nothing. I would have felt really bad if I would have had semen on my right knee and got nothing for it. Of course. Yeah.
Would you have given more or less than 100?
I probably would have tipped him. I would have given him 100 for the deal. And then, like, depending on how he sold it, for the comedy aspect of it, like if he reacted in the right way that made it funnier, I would probably throw him 50.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. There you go. Like, so I would have given him the 100 and he would have walked away with 150 for not doing a damn thing besides get like something on there. All right, I got to go before I get demonetized on my YouTube channel and everything. Guys, I had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. This was a lot of fun.
All right. Hey, can we definitely do this again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, you guys, I see you guys are giving signals.
ね、次回どうしたらいいですかね。もうやった方がいいですかね。
もうやめよう。早く。
もうやめよう。はい、わかりました。はい。
All right, guys. Wait here. Look, Twisted Movie said, great interview.
Thank you, Twisted Movies. Thank you.
All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
All right,
Bye.
All right, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Thanks for listening to tonight's show. Hopefully, you guys stay safe, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.